welcome to vlogmas day 5. I don't even know which day we are on, but welcome. We are about to leave to go to town. We're gonna go to the Grand Arcade. I need to go to Waterstones and buy some books for Christmas, and we're gonna go watch a movie in the afternoon as well. So let's go. We just finished with lunch and all of that, and now we've popped into John Lewis just so we can go to the toilet, and then we're gonna head off to Grafton to go and see the new Disney movie. It's called Wish. I've seen a lot of negative reviews. I've seen people say that the animation has gone down a lot, like as if they got lazy with this movie, which is not promising. Especially because I am an animation person. I love animation. So if the animation is bad, then let's hope at least the songs are good. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. I've seen people say that this is they're assuming, not that they actually know, but they're thinking that this might be their attempt into doing a movie with AI. And if it is actually true, like Disney hasn't said that it is true or anything, but if it is true, then that is bad. That is really bad, and I really did not want to buy it. Like, I really did not want to go and see it if it was AI, but I don't know if it is. And my mom wanted to go see it while she was here, so I thought I would look at the Christmas tree. Whoa. So yeah, that's why I bought it. We're gonna go see it, and I'll give you my thoughts after I see it. I got distracted. Look at this pillow. It looks like a pigeon. It's a pigeon pillow. Amazing. I'm gonna go to the toilet now, and we'll see you after the movie. Here we go again. We are just now getting out of the cinema. We're gonna go home. We're gonna brave home. It is... Oh, we need to go through the upstairs. Well, okay. Well, it is -3 degrees outside, so wish us luck. We did it. We survived. It wasn't actually that bad. I don't know why, but I think we were just very warm from the cinema, so it wasn't that bad. But now, I want to show you the stuff that I got. I got some Christmas presents for people. So, Claudia and Sandra leave leave right now. Click off the video. You do not watch, do not, please. Like, I have to be extra cautious with this because usually when I film stuff where I show their presents, I only release the videos like way after they've received it. But because vlogmas goes on before I will see them, they might see this. So click off. Claudia, Sandra, and Bruno. Off. All of you, click off. Off. Are you out? Are you off? Are you not watching anymore? I'm trusting you. Remember, it's not as fun if you see your presents before you receive them, okay? So click off. Thank you. Now that those are gone, let me show you what I got. So, let's start with my cousin Bruno. He's my cousin's husband. And I've done, I think it was 2 years ago, I didn't know what to get him, so I got a very funny little Christmas card for him. And last year I made a Christmas card with my dog and my grandpa, and I gave them that as well last year. So I was thinking it would be fun to just start a tradition with my cousin Bruno to just give him like silly, goofy Christmas cards every single year, because I never know what to give him. And this way we can make our own little tradition. So I went to this little shop. Does it have the name? Oh, Scribbler. And this is what I got. Look at this bag. This is the card I got for him. It didn't have like super funny ones. It just had kind of like offensive ones. So it was a little bit difficult to choose. But I found this one, and I heard from my cousin Sandra. It's so hard to go because they're both cousins. I mean, not that they're cousins and they got married. You get it, right? He became a cousin because he married my cousin. I'm just gonna say Bruno. I know that I heard from my cousin that they watched the new Hunger Games movie and they really liked it. So I saw this. Let it snow. And I thought, yep, that's exactly the one. It has its own little envelope as well, which is perfect. So there you go. That's what I'm giving him. Next, it's the books I got for my cousin. So if you haven't clicked off yet, this is your chance. Click off, please. Okay, so here are the books. Every year, my cousin and my best friend, they make like the little list on Goodreads of a few books that they want, and I just choose a few. I do the same thing. I also do the list, and then they choose a few to give me. So that's how we do it usually. So these are the ones that I chose for my cousin. So I chose She Who Became the Sun by Rebel Warrior Hero. Is that her name? No, it isn't. Shelley Parker Chan. I was like, whoa, what a name. What a name. I refuse to be nothing. So there you go. It's fantasy. That's all I know. These are almost all fantasy. I mean, technically they're all fantasy. It's just that one of them is Greek mythology, but it's not on this pile. And the second one, Cursed Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber. Weber? So there you go. This is the second one in the series. I'm not sure what it is about either. It's a YA fantasy novel. It is, I don't know. It's about two queens. I don't know. Slay. Okay, next are the ones I got from my best friend. So if you haven't clicked off yet, Claudia, I'm looking at you. Off. Right now. Okay. Now that she's one. I got her Caraval because it was on her list, and also I've read it and I want her to read it because I want to talk with her about this. So there you go, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. There's a reading vlog for this on my channel if you're interested. It's quite funny if I just say so myself, so go watch it if you want to. And then I got her this, which I really want to read as well, so I'm gonna have to ask her after she reads it if I can borrow it. Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes, which is about Medusa. So very interesting. This is like, can I read it? Oh, Poseidon. I just saw the name Poseidon. He was
he was steadily climbing for days. Ooh. So to mortal men, we are monsters because of our fight, our strength. They fear us, so they call us monsters. Period. Oh, Neil Gaiman gave a review for this. Beautiful and moving. Amazing. Okay, cool. So those are the purchases. Purchases. That's what they're getting. I'm also gonna do some other little pieces, like bits and bobs. I want to do bookmarks and stuff for them, and I want to do something else for my best friend as well, but I will show you on the day that I do that, because I'll do that back in Portugal, so you'll see then. And yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I'll talk to you about the movie in a bit. Okay, let's talk about Wish, shall we? We shall. So let me start off by saying that that movie was not good. And I finally get why people were saying the same thing. Starting off, the movie had like this short video, like commemorating the 100 years of Disney being a thing. And it was very lovely. He was like interchanged with videos of happy fans and video of people in the Disney parks and all of that. So it was very, very lovely. And at the end, they said something like 100 years, and this is only the beginning, as if giving us the hope that the future films are going to be even better than the ones that we've gotten so far. And then they gave us Wish, which was not better, not even a little bit. I think the most obvious thing that people have been talking about online, and that I firmly agree with, is the animation. The animation is not good. It is not good. It's not that it's bad. Like, if a small independent studio did this, it would be amazing. It would be very, very good. But this is Disney. This is not the Disney standard. And even if you look far back into, like, the first Disney movie, like Snow White, like the first animated, very princess Disney movie, that does not even compare to how bad this one was. In the sense that, to me, it looked like they were trying to go for something in the style of Nimona from Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that. It's very good. Highly recommend that movie. But they failed. Miserably. Like, they tried to do that, but it did not land. It's awful. Because they tried to go back to the 2D animation style, but they did it in such a way that it just did not look finished. It did not look polished at all. Like, the drawings had a lot of grain on them, which is so abnormal. And if they were trying to go, I feel like they were trying to go for like a drawn look, kind of like I think it was Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. I might be wrong, but like the previous, like the first movies that they've done, that they had to use watercolors for the backgrounds, like Lilo and Stitch. They also had to do that for like budget, basically, because they needed the money and they didn't have enough money to make something super, super advanced. So they used watercolor for the backgrounds. It seemed to me like they were trying to go for that vibe here, but it went off in a completely bad direction. I don't know how to explain it. It's so, you just need to, I was gonna say you just need to go and see it for yourself, but honestly don't. It's not worth the time. Maybe watch it on Disney Plus if you have Disney Plus after it comes out, or like get it from like one of the pirate websites. Don't pay for it. Please don't pay for it. It's not good. The animation was just very grainy, had no dimension to it, and it seemed like the characters' movements were like they were not smooth. I don't know, it's so hard to explain. If you see it, I feel like you'll know what I'm talking about. It was just not good. It really did look unfinished. It looked like this was like the first rough cut of the movie, and then they were gonna take another year to work on it and fully finish it. It felt lazy. The story was also not good. It was not that the story itself was bad, but it was such an overdone story that it kind of gets boring, you know? And I get that we're trying to have more representation and have another story with a main black character. but it felt like instead of giving us an original story with a black main character, they just gave us a rehash of a bunch of other Disney movies. This was not it. This was not it, Disney. Please give us something more. Give us something different. Honestly, it's like the character said on the movie, we need something better for our lives. And this is not it. Okay. There was definitely better ways to give us an original story with a black main character. Like, I feel like Princess and the Frog did that so nicely. Raya did that so nicely as well. Raya was not black, but like, you know, you get what I mean. Well, like stories with main characters that aren't white. And yeah, this did not do that. Also, the thing that really annoyed me, and I kept like finding it, like, I don't know if you're aware of like the Disney universe. That was my mom's phone. Oh, it's a Disney universe that connects, like all of the movies connect and shit. And there's like Easter eggs in Disney movies to other movies. I'm sure you've seen that, like that is very well known. For example, on Frozen during the Coronation Day, you can see Rapunzel and Flynn walk into the castle, but they're like on the background, and it's very subtle. If you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't like even notice them. It's that type of thing, you know? This one tried to do that, but oh my god. It was not subtle. It was not subtle at all. Like, they had, this is getting into spoiler material, like spoiler area. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, maybe this is the time to click off. But I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna say what the story really is about, like, or give too many major spoilers. It's just little things. So to start off, the main character had 7 best friends. Now, you might be thinking, that's an oddly specific number. Why is it so many? Why is it 7? Usually they have like 1 or 2. Why did she have 7 best friends? Now, when I tell you, all of their clothes were the exact color scheme of the 7 dwarfs. Exactly the same color. Not only that, they had the exact same traits. One of them was grumpy. Absolutely grumpy, mad at everything. The other one had very bad allergies, was always sneezing. Do you see where this is going? They were all a rehash of the 7 dwarfs. Absolutely. Just adults. You know, one of them even was a tiny person. Yeah, not subtle. That was just the start. There were so many like that. Peter Pan literally made an entrance, like he was literally there. There was some other stuff. Let me think. There were so many things that I can't even remember anymore, like all of them. So let me try and remember more of them. At the end, I guess this is a little spoilery. At the end, the king reflects his own image on a bunch of mirrors that were spread out throughout the castle and like the city. And he literally said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Me!" So, yeah. Yeah. There was also a reference to Sleeping Beauty. She put a pink dress on a tree. That was another very blatantly obvious reference. There were multiple references to Cinderella, in the sense that, like, she, like, grows this apple to be ginormous. As if, like, when the fairy godmother made the pumpkin big, you know? So she did that with an apple. And at the end, she gets a wand. And they're like, oh, what? She's like, what am I gonna do with this? And they're like, oh, you can be your fairy godmother. So, yeah, that was another one. There were so many. It's actually insane how many references they put into that. I feel like there's even more subtle ones, like, and that if you weren't like aware of all of the movies, you probably wouldn't have picked up on it. But there was a reference to Bambi. They literally called him out by name. Literally. There was a reference to, I don't know his name in English, but the bunny from, I think he's also from Bambi. I think it is. The one that goes with the foot. There's like that. Ooh. He literally did that. Yeah. There was, what else? The subtle references, I almost forgot. Those were not subtle. Right, the subtle, like, the mannerisms from the main character were very Rapunzel mannerisms. So that was a subtle one. And then there were like ones that were kind of inside the Disney universe, but not Disney princesses, that I feel like I want to argue that they were references, but I don't know if they actually were done to that, like with that intent. But there was a reference that I found that I think it's a reference to Descendants, the Disney Channel movies. I'm not sure if you are aware of that franchise. It's a Disney franchise about the villain's kids, and it's done with actual people. It has Dove Cameron. It's like what almost launched her career, although it would have been Liv and Maddie what launched Dove's career, but it almost did. Like she became way big with Descendants. It also had Cameron Boyce, who has sadly passed away since then, Sophia Carson, and Bo something, I never know his name, but he was on Twilight. So on that series, on the second movie, and this is a spoiler, a very small spoiler, on the second movie, Cameron's character, he has a dog, right? And the dog accidentally gets hit by a spell that makes him talk, and he can just speak like a normal human. And on Wish, she has a goat as a sidekick, because you know every Disney princess needs to have a pet sidekick. And hers was a goat called Valentine, which I actually did like his name. Was it Valentine or Valencia? Valencio? It was something like that. Either way, it was a good name. Anyways, she had a goat, a 3-week-old goat, and believe it or not, it gets hit by a spell, and what does it do? It can't speak, and it just speaks throughout the entire movie. Yeah. Oh, on that same note, there was a reference to Alice in Wonderland as well, because the thing that grants, and this is spoilers, but the thing that grants the goat like the power to speak is like it's like an actual star, like a wishing star, and the star like just goes ham, and it gives the speaking powers to a bunch of creatures on the forest, and one of them is mushrooms, and they start speaking, and that's like such a direct reference to Alice in Wonderland. And on that mushroom as well, there was like a little tiny child. That this might be a little bit like reaching, but there was like the child mushroom reminded me of Chip from Beauty and the Beast. On the same note as Beauty and the Beast, the story literally starts with a book flipping its pages, and to start, I was like, this is kind of giving me Shrek vibes. But why would literally, it is so Shrek coded. There are so many Shrek scenes, like starting with the book, but I feel like Beauty and the Beast also starts with the book, right? So that's where I was going with Beauty and the Beast. But then there's also a scene a little bit further where the chickens are like dancing all in like line, and they're doing like this theater thing of chickens singing and dancing, and it reminds me of when Shrek and the donkey went to like Sir whatever's name town, and they had like that put a coin or press here, and it was like little creatures dancing on the theater. You know what I'm talking about? It reminded me of that a lot. There was also a scene where it was the seven dwarfs with the main character and the queen all like surrounded, like all together, making like this army type beat, and they were gonna defeat the king. This is like very spoilers. They were gonna defeat the king together, and it also reminded me of that one scene from, I want to say Shrek 2 or Shrek 3. It's one of them, where all of the princesses and Fiona's mom, the queen, reunites, and they go and defeat whatever his name is, the main guy from that movie. The Prince Charming. Oh, it's Prince Charming. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, it reminded me of that as well. So there you go. That's all I can remember right now, I think. As you can see, it's a lot, and they're not subtle. I'm sure that if I watched the movie again, I would find a bunch more references to other Disney movies. It was just a lot, and I like Easter eggs, but I like Easter eggs when they're hard to find. When they're actually Easter eggs. These were not Easter eggs. These were like a slap on the face type of Easter egg. Anyways, this, I think, to sum it up, this is not a movie that you would watch twice. And usually Disney movies, they're the type of movies that they need to be good to the extent that you would want to keep rewatching them. This is not a rewatchable movie. You are gonna watch it once and you're gonna be like, done, absolutely done with it. Whereas compared to like Frozen, Tangled, Moana, all of the old ones, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, like all of those are rewatchable movies. You're gonna watch it, and after you get out of the cinema, you're gonna want to watch it all over again. Even the songs in this movie weren't that good. I mean, the lyrics were good, but only because Julian Michaels was involved in it. I hate to be that person, but she is a genius, so I'm not surprised on that end that the lyrics were good. But the songs itself, they kind of all sounded the same. Like, I cannot pick up one single song from that movie that I remember and that it's memorable. So, yeah, not good. Not good. not a good movie. Definitely do not recommend. And yeah, if I were you, I would skip this one. You do not need to watch it. See, I was excited for it because we had more like diverse representation on this movie with another black main character, which we've been needing so much. But this was just not it. It was just not it. I am so sad. But it wasn't. Anyways, yeah, I think this is gonna be it for today's vlog. So I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 6? I don't even know anymore. But I'll see you. Bye bye, guys. Bye.